So far, definitely should have the run of the place. Good. Well, it's been a little bit, but welcome back to Six Flags America. For those of you who have been here before, and if it's your first time, welcome for the first time. My name is Joe Pudlick. I'm the Marketing, Public Relations, and Entertainment Manager here for the park. So we have a long day of activities still left for our team, obviously with Fright Fest this evening. So hope you're sticking around and can enjoy some of our honored attractions as well. Today we're going to have a leadership kind of Q&A with our team. We're going to let you really drive the conversation. But I'd like to start by introducing our new general manager. If you haven't met before, Ramar Vaughn is our general manager.
Come on up.
Everybody come on over. Don't be shy.
I'm not shy.
Yeah, come on, Troy.
So Sam already asked me how many ridiculous questions I'm ready to answer today. So I don't think any question is ridiculous, so just ask away, okay?
I guess I will.
You say, where's the rest of the team?
Who's the rest of the team?
So this is Troy. I'm going to pass the mic down the line so they can introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Troy Shorridge. I am the maintenance manager, so oversee the ride controls. Been here for 16 years. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Dustin Williams. I'm one of the operations full-time supervisors here. I specialize in overseeing the water park, but in operations, specialist in operations as a whole, right?
Hi everybody, my name is Brianna Sanchez. I'm the Retail Rentals and Attractions Manager. I've been here for about 14 seasons. I think 9 of those were full-time.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Chichester. I'm the food and beverage manager here at Six Flags. I just returned to the property this past April, but I started here when I was 15, working the ranks, and I had a chance to work at Six Flags over Georgia and a competitor. But I'm home now, so I'm back, and that's it. Nice to meet you.
I'm Marquis Sanchez. Brianna's my wife. I'm the Safety, Security, and Loss Prevention Manager here at the park, and this is my 17th season.
So just as we get Q&A started, I know you all have a lot of great questions. I already got a couple at the behind-the-scenes tour of Unwrapped. We're going to do our best to answer those for you. Some of the things that we will share and talk about are our plans along the way, and they do have the opportunity to change. So nothing that we say today is final until they come to fruition or don't. So the team's working really hard, and we're looking for a lot of exciting changes and additions over the next year and beyond.
I guess the one thing I wanted to just say to the group, I didn't introduce myself officially, actually, so I'll do that. So I'm Ramar Vaughn. I'm the general manager here at Six Flags America. I started here when I was 16 years old. I've been working here since 1997. I have a huge amount of pride for this property, and I want to see it succeed. So obviously being in this role gives me an opportunity, and I'm very excited about having that opportunity, and I don't take that opportunity lightly, so I do want to just let everyone know that. I'm very happy that all of you are here. I'm excited to answer any of the questions that you have for me, and I look forward to you guys having a great rest of your season and next year as well, because I think we're going to have a very, very good season. So, okay? Go ahead and shoot off the hip. Go ahead, Brock. You don't have to put a hand up. Just go ahead. Yes, sir. And what's your name again?
My name's Eric.
Eric. Nice to see you again, Eric.
Thank you. How can we get your ride-offs to enforce the safety protocols, specifically with cell phones on rides more consistently? Because it seems some are really good at it, some don't seem to care at all. People have a phone in their hand as the ride starts and they just don't do anything. Why don't you say, please put it away?
So, I think ultimately our team is consistently focused on training, and I think training is obviously very, very key in our operations. I would like to say that all of our staff is doing everything 100% of the time, but we all know that doesn't always work out that way. But safety is our number one priority, or one of our number one priorities, I should say. I know Marquise and Dustin I know Dustin's not a rides manager, but Dustin helps with that team. They're 100% focused on that as well. So we will continue to get better, and as we see it, we will correct it and just work with the team there on that specifically. So,
Okay.
yes.
I have a question for the gentleman over here.
And what's your name, sir?
My name is Doug.
Doug.
Trail, I'm out of New Jersey.
All right. Nice to see you, Doug.
Great Adventure is my home park.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm seeing a vest on any public safety official. Is that something new with just this park, or is that throughout?
We rolled these vests out late last season, and it's across all Six Flags properties. So Six Flags Great Adventure, my counterpart, his name is Brian Chamberlain, they distributed them to the entire staff as well.
I didn't get up there yet this year, so I'm half an hour away and I still haven't gotten it.
So you came to us first. We love it.
Unfortunately, I've been to like 9 different parks this year,
So yeah, everybody wears them. At least the security personnel does at every park.
Thank you.
All right. What's your question? How are you? What's your name?
I'm Carrie,
Gary. Nice to see you.
and we were talking about over at Unwrapped, if they were using the Christmas stuff, with the Halloween stuff, but are you guys gonna have holiday in the park ever?
So, no. I was just adjusting here. Holiday in the Park, obviously was a very, very fun time for us. We enjoyed it. It felt really great here. But right now, it's just something that we're going to evaluate, but I don't know where we'll land with Holiday in the Park in the future. I'll just be very transparent. I can't promise you that it will come back. I'm not gonna say 100% that it won't. But as we continue to grow our business and focus on the infrastructure that we have here, that would be something that we would look for, down the line as we evaluate our business structure. So, hopefully that's the best that I can do to answer that question. I'm sorry if I'm not giving more information there, but it's better than me saying I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go to you first, and then I'll grab you. What's your name?
Michael?
Michael, how you doing? Nice to see you, Michael.
Pretty good. I'm really looking forward to next season with the Steamtown, all that stuff going on in there. What was the whole design process of the kind of re-theme of that area like?
The design process is one of those things that's ongoing. I'll just say that. It's an ongoing process. We're constantly working with our design team at corporate to make sure that we have the best possible experience for all of you when you come visit Steamtown next year. Joe, myself, I know Troy and Scotty. Scotty is our director of maintenance. They're a part of helping us with that process, and then our design team, they interact with us, they ask us questions, we talk through some things with them. And in fact, some of them are coming out here in the next couple of weeks. We'll work with them and iron out a plan that makes the most sense for what we have. And then we'll continue to look for inspiration from other areas as well. I think it's a fluid process, and I think you'll be very, very happy with what we do have for you in next year. Do you have anything else you want to add to? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about you. Thank you. I apologize. What's your name, buddy?
Dalton.
Dalton? How you doing, Dalton?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Just more of a fun question. Do you guys have a favorite ride or coaster here, or like what is your favorite ride or coaster?
That's a very good question. Superman is my favorite ride. It's always been. There's really no question about that. But honestly, I really don't want to pick favorites because everything here is fun to me, right? But Superman is really not that. So I'll let everybody else answer. So I'll go to Jordan.
Mine is Joker's Jinx. I've always enjoyed the launching part of it. So.
Mine as well is actually Superman.
When I was able to ride them, mine was also Superman. Maybe because, I don't know, I was here closer to when it first was introduced. I was young, season pass holder, things like that. So that's always been my favorite ride.
Mine is actually Rage Occasion. I like the noise. Mine is actually Rage Occasion.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Mine is actually Bahama Blast and Shipwreck Falls. So those are the two rides I like the best.
No Harley Quinn?
That ride makes so sick. Listen, Harley Quinn, I love the ride for what it is, but I can't do it ever again, okay? It is a great, great ride, but my body just can't do it, so. Yeah. I love the ride though, very unassuming. How about you, buddy?
I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
You too. So, I kind of maybe a weird question, I know, but so in the corporate structure of Six Flags, does each park have to request from corporate, hey, we want to do this, or do they tell you you have, whatever to build something new or in this area? How's that work?
That's a great question. It's an interesting process, I'll just say that. So it's a combination of what you just mentioned. We, as a team, we get together and we put together a plan of what we want. We submit that plan. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. When you don't, you have to, make an adjustment. And then we make an adjustment, we present, and then that's when we end up getting a final plan. And that's pretty much, we were lucky this year. It is a very, very strong year for us from a capital perspective. I say this year, I mean 24. That's where I'm living right now, guys. So I hope
They
know.
advertised that there's, $660 million investment or something overall.
So I think for us for 24, we hit it really big, and I'm very, very happy with what we're going to present to all of you when you come back for next year. So that's pretty much how the process works. So you submit, they kind of narrow it down or tell you, hey, you're going to get this. I mean, just like, in the past, it's been very, very similar to that. So nothing different. Yes, sir. I don't know you, so you have to tell me what your name is, where you're from, what's your home park, what's your favorite restaurant. Busch Gardens is not your home park.
A couple of years ago, I learned that you had a card with a QR code on it that people could use to give compliments towards the employees and things like that. Is that something that could be more widely available?
Yep, that's something that we will do a better job of getting distributed next year. We did not do a good job of that. I'll just be open and honest with you all. We'll get better with that for 24.
Follow-up question.
Yeah, you can't have follow-up questions, you're man. I'm just kidding.
The stuff you did this year, a whole lot of this stuff that people really wouldn't notice unless you told them what it was.
Yeah.
Could you kind of explain what was done this year? Because you spent a lot of money this year.
Yeah, we did. This year, and for those of you who don't know this year from an investment standpoint, it's the biggest investment in the last decade, really. So we tried our best to attack areas that we thought were neglected, areas that we thought were very critical for us to execute. And like you said, there's things that people won't necessarily notice. Like we spent a considerable amount of dollars of upgrading a bathroom in our catering area. And a lot of you might not necessarily get to experience that, but it was something that was necessary for us as a property. We repainted the Heritage House. As you all probably saw when you came in here, the marquee sign is now gone. So that is a 4 to 5 week process. Don't ask me why I'm doing it right now, but you know what? I'm doing it right now because I think that it's important that we just get it done. And I think we talked about this in the beginning of the year when Joe, myself, and Eric were up here on the stage. We talked about how it'll be a process throughout the season where we try to execute as much as we possibly can to help the park look better. Beautification, infrastructure improvements, those things are very key. And so we redid the bathroom here at Taco Bell. We redid that floor. We repainted it. We took the ceiling and put a drop ceiling in, put new lighting in there to light it up like a Walmart or like a Target or a Lowe's or whatever you guys see. We did strip the center piece of the fountain out. We put a new gate in up here at the harbor. We painted the Heritage House. We've got new pizza ovens coming for the Heritage House. We had new cameras for our catering operation. Johnny Rockets got a brand new floor. We did the Johnny Rockets hallway floor, which doesn't look the greatest right now, but it will eventually. We put concrete all the way from the harbor portal all the way up to the kiosk in the water park. We redid our back wall of the wave pool. We bought brand new chairs for the activity pool in the water park. What am I missing, buddy?
Lots of shade structures.
Lots of shade structures. We added the one here in front of the restrooms here on Main, here in front of the Grand Theater. We did one in Gotham, where across from Wonder Woman. We made modifications on Capitol Railways. We actually have a third car we're working on, trying to get that going as well.
New concrete crossings.
I'm sorry? Yeah.
Concrete crossings.
The concrete crossings were redone. What do we do? 400 new railroad ties out there?
Yeah.
400 railroad ties for the trains, so we are continuing to reinvest in that infrastructure. What am I missing, guys?
VIP lounge.
VIP lounge we added, drop park cabanas we added. We got new festival booths, which you guys saw rolled out last week for our festivals for the future. There's a lot of things on the back end, unwrapped.
This stuff still happens.
The structures out here for grades, a lot of lighting, stunt show lighting, speakers. We did a new sound system in our catering area. Millions and millions of dollars, guys. Millions and millions of dollars.
Landscaping, I love it.
Landscaping improvements.
As a plant parent, you make me happy.
Anything else I'm missing that's key for everybody?
It's still ongoing.
I mean, it's still ongoing. You wouldn't believe the cost of some of the things that we've done. And so, like you said, it's very hard because I don't necessarily know that everybody understands how much it costs to execute some of these projects. It looks like, hey, that might be $10,000, but it's actually $100, and so people don't necessarily get it. And so we want to get a sign that maybe shows what we've done. We just haven't gotten to that point yet, but that'll be something that we look to do in the future.
Put on the LED board.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, hi, how are you?
My name's Andrew.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
What are you going to do with the closed kitty area behind
So, Whistle Stop Park is it's an area that we're evaluating for the future. Just to, be transparent, I don't have a full plan for that area right now, but it will not reopen, and that's currently not in the plans to reopen. We'll continue to look at it. We'll evaluate what rides are there in that area and see what we can do with them.
You're relocating some of the rides for next year or not?
Potentially, that's something that's on the books to review, but I'm not promising anything. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm John.
Nice to meet you, John.
Good meeting you, sir. Up to the rise, I noticed, I'm over in Virginia, so I don't make it that often, but noticed the woodlands around here, which is really beautiful. How much of that is yours? I mean, are you landlocked, or are you like 20% built out, 80% built out? How are you?
We're 49%, I guess I would say, based on what we have. I mean, we have a lot of room, but we do have some challenges really expanding beyond where we are from a footprint perspective, but we're working through those. Obviously there's a lot of neighborhoods that surround this property, and I'll just be very frank, they do give us a little bit of challenges, especially when we do fireworks. But yeah, so we're working through it. We got to do the best that we can with what we have here, and we'll evaluate shifting rides in and out, as necessary. And if there's an opportunity to expand, we'll do that as well.
Has the new leadership in Texas ever discussed having something similar to the ride rotation program they used to have?
I have not heard anything along those lines at this juncture. I'm not saying that wouldn't happen, but I haven't heard anything like that at all.
This is a question for maintenance. What's the easiest and hardest rides to maintain?
Batwing. No, it's definitely a tough ride, but it's a unique ride. All the mechanics that do work on it have worked on it for several years. We actually have a gentleman that used to work at Tacoma on that ride now. he's definitely helped us out. And then, just your odds and ends, so like Joker's Jinx, just kind of working some little issues every now and then with it, but, generally, we have a bunch of good mechanics, they care, they're passionate on the job, and, we've definitely seen this year, a huge upgrade in our service, I think, so.
We just need 2 more questions from Mark, so we can. 2 more questions.
I think this gentleman here. So we will have, well, you know what? I'm gonna let Brianna answer this.
We actually are in contract with a company called Palm Bomb. They've actually rolled out installation in 2 of our parks so far. The goal is to have them in all parks next year. It's not set in stone when they'll roll out to us. It could be by the end of this year, who knows? But before next year's over, we should have ride photo back into the park.
And then, can I take 2 more? I'm gonna take 2 more questions. Because they let me off kind of easy today, so.
Hey, Lamar.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
I know other Six Flags has it, but are we getting a lay-down position of skyscraper such as about Wonder Woman? So I know Great Adventure got theirs, and I think Fiesta has it.
Yeah, we have been in contact with those parks and talking it over, but at this time, there's no plans on doing that yet. It has been discussed.
So, do you know the second aspect of that?
The site controller stuff. So a lot of that program is in conjunction with the site controller that goes along with the Sky Coaster program. So as a park that doesn't have a Sky Coaster and doesn't have all of those certifications already on property, it's a much larger lift than one of the properties that do. So it's not that we're not interested, it's just, it's not as turnkey as some of the other properties who have that asset already.
That's a great point. All right, who else has a question? Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Good. Harold,
Harold, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm sorry?
Nevada.
Nevada, welcome.
Yeah, your SLC mine vendor is down, and it's down the last time I was here. What are your plans on that?
So next year we'll be reopening it. It'll be reimagined. And so it'll be a ride in Steamtown. So we're getting brand new trains for it. I'm very, very excited about that. And I think it's going to be a whole lot improved compared to what it's been in the past, but a much better experience for you all. And you'll be very excited about it.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I think from kind of the land perspective that we're on and the holiday and the park perspective, I think from a park strategy and from the leadership team, we're really focused on improving the assets we have and making the best guest experience within where we are. Holiday in the Park was fantastic, but it was a huge resource drain on the park. And by removing that, we can invest capital dollars and human resources elsewhere to make immediate impacts on our business and our core operating timeframe, which is really that late March through the end of Fright Fest time period. So Steamtown overall is a big investment in an area that has a lot of really great assets that we know have been neglected over the years, and we have this opportunity to reimagine and retell that story, and that's kind of our whole goal for 2024 is to really breathe life back into that section, both from a ride experience side and the rides that we have back there, but also there's a lot of really great revenue opportunities for the property there as well. Getting the saloon back reopened is a huge asset for us, and we're very excited to do that.
And, you know, just to kind of piggyback off of what Joe said, I mean, our number one focus is infrastructure and beautification, of course, right now. We want you guys to have the best possible product, but we're putting a whole lot into Steamtown next year, so I'm not going to tell you that we're going to see as many changes in the rest of the park as we've seen this year. So I wanted to be upfront about that because we're dedicating most of our dollars, our capital dollars into that area because it was closed for a very long time. So we got to make sure that we deliver very, very well. So. All right, I knew you were going to. So, all right, so So Rip Curl was a challenge for us, and I'll just be upfront. Sorry we were not able to get it in 2023. It will be available for you in 2024. Currently, we are placing the shutdown lane is actually getting placed at this very moment right now. We anticipate it being ready to be commissioned in the next couple of weeks, and then we can get it going for 2024. I'll just leave it there, but the ride has been on this property since early June. And so I'm not gonna say much more, but we've done the best that we possibly could to keep this open for you all for this summer. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But I vow that for the future, we'll make sure that we hit these goals on time. So.
We have some water park fans in here? At least some water coaster fans, right?
Yeah.
Deluge, Kentucky Kingdom. You ever read that? Was that Deluge, Kentucky Kingdom? You ever read that? It's just a water coaster. Pretty cool.
Cool. Anybody have anything else? Last question? And I think I have to stop. So. All right, I got 2 questions, and then you guys are it. So I'm going to go with you first, and then you, and then we're done.
I was just wondering about the rodeo. Is it going to be part of the new scheme?
So the rodeo will not be a part of Steamtown. We're not going to get rid of the rodeo, but it will likely not be a part of our ride package for 2024. Okay?
Any plans to upgrade the food options?
Always. So John and his team, and John, if you'd like to chime in, go ahead.
Yeah, as Ramon said, it's always, now that I'm returned to the property, it's all season digging in and really finding, what moved, what didn't sell, what the demographic in this area likes to eat, what moves and whatnot. And also, I have to look at food costs as well. So it's always, it's just a juggling act, to be honest. I play a lot off of old memories when I last left the property as well, but I know that taste and so forth has changed over the years. So that's what I've been doing this summer, is just trying to learn what guests eat, I've been talking to guests, season pass holders out there, and what would you like to see? So it's an ongoing rotation, so I will keep trying.
And the more you eat, the more it sticks around, and the more new options come around. So.
And Joe, I'm going to jump out there. We have some LTOs that we've been introducing, the Heritage House, Campbell Pizza that we have for Fright Fest, different items that you'll see pop up. I'm just waiting on some more signage to come out, but we do have some items that we introduce to our Korean corn dogs. We have street corn, which is back out there, Macho. We have a Diablo cheesesteak, which is also an aviator grill. But that just has jalapenos on it, buffalo ranch sauce. So little things that we can add to our menus to entice. So, but yes, this off season, I'll continue to dive in and add to our menus.
That's awesome. If y'all can hold on, I want to say a few things before y'all leave. So yeah, the Oktoberfest, we had a couple things this morning. Great, yeah. We made an early line over there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Real quickly, for you guys that know me, I'm Evangelos Ringus. I'm the Mid-Atlantic Regional Rep. Thank you all for coming. Hope you're having a good time so far. Thank you for warming up the great weather for RT. That was awesome. I want to personally thank Joe, Ramar, your entire staff for having us here. And I want to say personally, I'm really impressed with the cleanliness of the park and the how do you call it, the attitude or the cheerfulness of the employees. For the most part, I'm actually impressed. I want to say that out loud because I am. Something's been going on. I'm just saying that. So I'm going to tell you, I see it. I'm sure other guests see it too. So I do want to thank you for that. You know, that keeps people coming back, and I want you guys to succeed. And I love coming here. What other things I could say? Okay. Oh, real quick. So we have people from 9 different states here.
Wow.
That's awesome. Who here is for the first time at Six Flags America? I know we have a few. Raise your hand high. Y'all have a good time? Cool. How many of you are pass holders? All right. All right, how many of you can tell some of your friends how great time you had today? All right. Very good. The park has donated a few items that we're going to do we normally do an auction, We're gonna save one big one for an auction, a future event, but we couldn't find the auction forms. You guys are lucky. We're gonna do some. We're gonna draw some names. But I want to ask a question. Who has started the Adventure Lab? Does everyone know what the Adventure Lab is?
Heard of it.
You heard of it? Who knows what it is besides David that can tell us what it is?
Isn't it a thing with geocaching, right?
Yeah. So, surprise, Ramar, we have a virtual geocache in your park. So, and you'll see later, it's gonna help. It's a nice thing. So we have, it's called Adventure Lab. It's a subsidiary of Geocache, the official geocaching company. So we have some clues set up. Has anyone finished them all today? We debuted it today, by the way, in the park.
Oh, okay.
You finished it? Who finished it first? Okay, hold on. You're going to be one of the first to get a door prize. Automatically. All right. I guess what I want to say, I want to give away some door prizes. Any last thing you guys want to say? Please do. I need to.
I mean, honestly, I don't have a whole heck of a lot, but I really appreciate y'all coming out here. Appreciate the support. We are transitioning into a new era at this property, so just be patient with us as we continue to revitalize the property, continue to work on improving this property, and just making sure that it's a better experience for all of you. So,
I want to, thank you to the staff and the whole department. Speaking of thanks, thank you to the volunteers who help out today to check in and other throughout ACE. ACE is an all volunteer organization. We do a lot of stuff. We raise money, preservation funds, but can't happen without you guys volunteering. So if you haven't volunteered, there's a place on the website, a form you fill out, tell us what you like to do, and we'll find something to help out. It's great to get involved, get engaged. Parks will have us out to help out with things. If you're a volunteer, you get higher on the list sometimes when there's a limited number. Just saying. Also, how many of you would like to see our next event next year have a meal? I mean, be honest, yes or no. We might see if we can make that happen. Okay? That's why you guys see that. Well, great guys. Thanks for coming out, and let's get some door prizes going.
Thank you.
This is awesome. Tony, who brought all these great maintenance stuff?
Yeah, we did. It's just stuff that we took off that all ran this year besides the Mind Racer back, but yeah.
All right. If you win something, you got to be able to take it home. So, and by the way, speaking of that, if you're going to stick around for the hunt tonight, you got to be back in the park before 7 o'clock. Right? Yeah. All right.